pav bhaji, for which I have added 1 teaspoon oil and 1 tablespoon of butter. I have added a little bit of oil so that the butter doesn't get burned. Now to this I will be adding in some chopped onions, around half a cup. Now as you can see, my tomatoes are cooked. I will be adding in some chopped boiled carrots and potatoes to this. And give this a stir again. The masher. Next to this I will be adding in some chopped green chilies. It's also time for adding in some masalas to this. So I will be adding in a pinch of turmeric powder, some coriander powder, around 1 tablespoon, and half teaspoon jeera powder. And I'll give this a nice stir. To this I will be also adding 1 tablespoon of water, and give this a nice stir. To this I will be adding in some salt to taste. and I'll give this a nice stir. After giving this a nice stir, I will be again adding in a little bit of water, that is again around 1 tablespoon. And I'll cover this with a lid and cook for 5 minutes. Now it's been over 5 minutes. I am opening the lid and using a masher, I am mashing this up. Now to this I will be adding in some cauliflower. Which I have thinly chopped. Next to this I will also be adding in half cup of green peas. And I will again give it a nice stir. Now to this I will be adding in some vegetable stock, which is 1.5 cups. And give it a nice stir. To this I will be adding in 2 cups of water, some red chili powder, that is 1 teaspoon. This is normal red chili powder. To this I will be adding in 1.5 teaspoon of Kashmiri lal mirch. I will give it a nice stir again. Again I will be covering this with the lid for about 15 minutes. I will also be stirring this in between every 5 minutes so that they don't get burnt. Now it's been 5 minutes, so I will take out the lid and you can see these are bubbling. So I will give it a gentle stir. Now after giving it a gentle stir, I will mash it up a little. Now again I will be covering this with a lid and I will cook. for about 10 minutes without giving it a stir in between. In 10 minutes, now I take off the lid and I'll again give it a gentle stir. And I will mash this up. In over 15 minutes, I'll again give it a nice mash. After mashing in, I have added in this around half cup of water and I'll cook this again for some time. As it's been over 25 to 30 minutes, I will be mashing this. Once these are mashed, I will be adding in salt as I had not added it before. Some salt to taste. I'll give this a nice mix. Next to this, I will be again adding in some more water, that is around half teaspoon. The target of adding in more water to this is so that I can mash this up more and make it like a thin paste, or like I want these green peas or whatever vegetables I've added not to be seen. So I have added in some more water to this. Again in a sim flame, I'll cook this for 10 minutes. Now after taking in the lid, I will be half teaspoon of garam masala to this and I'll give this a nice stir. To this, again I will be adding in half teaspoon of water. Give it a gentle stir. Cover it with the lid and cook for another 10 minutes. It's been 5 minutes, as you can see. I'll taste it a little. It tastes yum. Now I'll give it a nice stir again, and after that I'll mash it again using the masher. Once this is mashed up like this, you can see it like this. I'll give it this a stir, and then I will add in 1.5 tablespoon of pav bhaji masala to this, and 2 tablespoons of water. Again, I will give this a nice stir. I will again use a masher and mash this. You can see how this has turned up. And I'll give this a stir again. That is, I'm giving this a stir so that I can scrape through the edges and they don't get burned. To this I will be adding in 1 tablespoon of butter. And I'll give this a nice stir. Now to my bhaji, I will be adding in again 1 tablespoon of water and allow this to cook. So here I have used around 4 cups of water in total. So the bhaji is ready now. I have some coriander leaves over here for the garnish. So I will be taking in 1 handful and I'll garnish it like this. And then I'll give this a nice stir. And I'll scrape through the edges in between. And again I will be adding in little bit of coriander leaves. Your bhaji is now ready. I have some pav buns toasted, which I toasted just now. You can see how soft it is. So in this plate I have some buns toasted. I have added this around some bhaji and I have spread this with some 1 cube of butter. This is softened butter. Now here I have some chopped onions which I will be adding in for garnish. Like this. To this I will also add a little bit of coriander leaves which was left in this bowl. Like this. Now for the final touches I will be adding in, I will be squeezing some lime over this. So now your pav bhaji is ready.